Hi. Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, good evening.
Okay, welcome to this new lesson. Hi, Amanda. Well, you were absent yesterday, right? You were absent because you work, I think. Sure.
Yes,
I have a question. Did you watch the lesson or you didn't?
yes.
Okay, so today we continue with the class, right?
Second
Okay.
conditional, no, the conditionals in general.
The conditionals, but we use backshift. We don't use traditional rules. Traditional rules in Nana. Backshift. Do you remember backshift? Let's review. Yeah. Let's review a few examples. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Okay. So for example, look at this. Well, Amanda, I don't have a job. 1 second. I don't have a job, Amanda, and I don't have a job, and I am sad. And I am sad. Okay, so please make a hypothetical situation. This is in the present or in the past? What do you think? I don't have a job. Present or past? Present. Pretty good. I am sad. Present or past?
Present.
Present. Look at this. When you have the present, I have a question. This is a result or a situation that I don't have a job? Result or situation?
Situation.
Situation. And this is a?
Result.
Of course. The rule is very simple. Backshift. For example, you have remembered if plus situation, comma, result. Or this is similar to result if situation is the same. So now we copy this part here. So now if the situation is in the present, so you have to write the situation in the past. In the past, if you have the sentence in affirmative, you have here in negative. If you have here negative, affirmative. If you have affirmative, negative. If you have negative, affirmative. Okay? So
could you repeat, please?
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
With practice. So I don't have a job. What is the past of I don't have a job?
Okay.
Past.
I don't have a job.
Look at it. I don't have a job. Negative. It's in negative. Negative. Okay. You have to write in the past in positive. In the past in positive.
Okay.
If I in the past in positive.
If I have
if I
had a job.
If I had a job, comma, now the result in present, I would. Remember, in the present, you use would plus the verb, but in the past, you write would plus the verb plus have plus the verb in participle. You change this like this. So the verb is in the present. I would, negative. Remember, it's in positive. You say wouldn't. I wouldn't be. You see?
Yes.
Got it? Okay, let me write the cheat sheet. Let me write the cheat sheet. Look at this. Remember, if you have if, then you have the situation, and then you have the result. Super simple. Then this situation, if you have the situation, well, the real situation in present, you have to write in the past. If you have the situation in the past, you have to write the situation in past perfect. Okay? You have the result. If you have the result in the present, you use would plus the verb. But if you have this is in the present, wait a minute. But if you have the result in the past, you have to say would have plus the verb in participle. This is if you have the situation, the result in the past. And remember, if you have the situation here in affirmative, you write in negative. In affirmative, you have to write it in negative. And if you have it in negative, you have to write it in affirmative. This is similar for this and for this. Now, did you understand this, Amanda? In Spanish, to make it clear, lo primero que tienes que hacer es, Amanda, fijarte, si tu situación está en presente, lo voy a poner con el if en pasado. Si mi situación está en pasado, lo voy a poner en el if con el past perfect. Me fijo, si mi situación está en afirmativo, voy a poner en el if en negativo. Si está en negativo, lo pongo en afirmativo. El resultado, si está en presente, lo pongo con el would y el verbo normal. Si el resultado está en pasado, lo pongo el would, el have y el verbo en pasado participio. Practiquemos antes de iniciar con el siguiente tema, que es el wish. Look at this. Digo, I don't understand. So, I don't understand English. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Digo, no entiendo el inglés, por lo tanto, no sé qué hacer. So, I don't know what to do. Entonces me fijo, ¿cuál es tu situación, Amanda? What is your situation?
I don't understand English.
Yes, you don't understand English. This is the situation. Which is the result?
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. Result. The situation is in the present or in the past?
In the present.
In the present. So in the if clause, you have to write the situation in the
past. If
in
past.
the past. If past. Of course, past affirmative or past negative?
Affirmative.
Affirmative. What is I don't understand English in the past? In affirmative. If I understood English in the past, understood. If I understood English, what happened? The result, Amanda, is in the present or in the past?
In the present.
In the present, of course, it is in the present. So how is the answer now?
If would.
No, if I understood English, I would. I would or I wouldn't. Look at this. I would or I wouldn't.
I would.
I would, because this is negative. Say, I would know what to do. Lo que me dices, bueno, si yo supiese inglés, sabría qué hacer. You see?
Yes.
¿Entendió? Another example in the past. Look at this. I didn't pass the test. I didn't pass the test. So my mom was really sad. My mom was really sad. Which one is the situation?
I didn't pass the test.
I didn't pass the test. Okay, with the if. What is the answer? If
I don't pass, no, didn't.
But look at this. The situation is in the present or in the past?
In the past.
In the past. So when you have the past, you write
present.
The present or the past perfect? Look at this.
The past perfect. Sorry.
The past perfect. So what is the answer?
If I have.
If I had what? If I had what?
Pass the test.
If I had passed the test. If I had passed the test, what happened?
So my mom would have.
Would or wouldn't?
Wouldn't.
wouldn't,
Wouldn't have.
wouldn't, yes, wouldn't have. Now the verb in participle.
Wouldn't.
What is the verb here? The verb be, right? What is the be in participle for? Being.
Being sad.
Or being really sad or sad. Did you understand, Amanda? Because we can continue the next part if we don't understand this.
Yes. Could you other example, please?
More examples. Hi, Jimmy. Are you there? Yes. Okay, cool. Cool. Next example. Next example. Look at this. Before we continue the class, it's really important that you understand this grammar, okay?
Okay.
Now, focus on this. Focus on this. And well, I lost my keys. I lost my keys. So I don't, or I can, or I don't know how to open the door. I don't know how to open the door. Perdí mis llaves y no sé cómo abrir la puerta. What is the situation, guys? The situation.
Yes.
I lost my keys. The result,
So,
I don't know how to open the door. The situation is in the present or in the past?
the present.
In the present. Cuando lo escriba con el if, ¿en qué lo voy a poner? In the?
Past.
In the past. In the past, in affirmative or in negative?
In negative.
In negative. I lost my keys in the past. Ya está en el pasado, but in negative. If I
didn't lose my keys.
If I didn't, muy bien. If I didn't lose my keys, if I didn't lose my keys,
My keys.
what happened?
So,
The result is in the present or in the past?
present.
In the present. So I have to write the answer would plus the verb or would have and the verb in participle.
Would have in.
Would have, but look at this. Look at this. When you have the verb, look at this. When you have the result in the
Would
present, would
know.
and the verb. Would and the verb. But when you have the result in the past, would have and the verb in participle.
Okay, okay.
You see? So now let's continue. So the result is in the present. So what is the answer here? I what? I would know how to open the door. Another example before we continue. Look at this. And well, I saw what you did. I saw what you did. I am angry with you. Yo vi lo que hiciste. Estoy enfadado, molesto contigo. What is the answer? ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Me fijo. The situation. Which one is the situation? I saw what you did and the result, I am angry with you. The situation is in the present or in the past?
In the present.
In the present. In the present?
No, in the past.
It is in the past. Look at that. The same happened here. I lost my keys. Is in the present?
No, in the past.
Is that okay? No, this is in the past. When you have the situation in the past, what do? You have to write in the
Past.
in the past perfect. You have to write in the past perfect. But now, affirmative or negative? Negative, because it is in affirmative. So you have here, if I hadn't seen what you did. So what about here? You say?
I wouldn't.
If I hadn't lost my keys, remember, this is the answer. Now, the result, it is in the present or in the past?
In the present.
In the present. So, cuando está en el presente, ¿qué hago? ¿Normalito o con have?
No, would much better.
I wouldn't be
Angry with you.
I wouldn't be angry with you. Okay, let me explain this in Spanish to make it clear. Déjame explicarlo en español para que quede clarísimo. Cuando tú tengas un enunciado y este enunciado sea una situación y un resultado, tienes que fijarte nada más en qué tiempo se encuentra la situación y en qué tiempo se encuentra el resultado. Si la situación se encuentra en el presente, cuando lo ponga con el if, lo tengo que poner en el pasado. Si mi situación se encuentra en el pasado, en el if lo voy a tener que poner en el pasado perfecto. Pero el resultado, si se encuentra en el presente, lo pongo con el would y el verbo. Pero si el resultado se encuentra también en el pasado, voy a tener que poner el would, el have y el verbo en participio. Ahora, voy a poner negativo o afirmativo. Hago el cambio. Si mi situación está en afirmativo, cuando lo pongo en el if, negativo. Si está en negativo, en el if, afirmativo. El resultado va a ser igual. Afirmativo, negativo, negativo, afirmativo. ¿Se entendió?
Ajá.
Yes. Otros ejemplos, porque el día de hoy aprenderemos a usar el inglés. El inglés. Y el inglés es parte de... Ajá, a menos que. ¿Ok? Y nos daremos cuenta que nosotros hablamos mal el español. Pero para poder usar el inglés necesitamos dominar este truco, el backshift. Un ejemplo más, a ver, les voy a dar unos minutos. Look at the situation. So, it is really hard to find a job. I am really mad. Mad, molesto. It's really hard to find a job. And I am really mad, so I am really mad. What do you think? Jimmy, Amanda.
It's really hard to find
Look
a
at this.
job.
Which one is the situation? Which one is the situation?
It is really hard to find a
It is
job.
really hard. Of course, it is really hard to find a job. If you have a situation in the present, when you write the F clause, you write in the present or in the past?
The situation is the present.
In the present, yes, the situation is in the present. But when you write the if, you write in the present?
No, in the past.
In the past.
Wasn't.
What is in the past? In affirmative or in negative?
Negative.
Negative. Why? Because in this sentence, we have the situation is in affirmative. So we say if
it wasn't really
if
hard
it wasn't really hard
to find a job.
really hard to find a job, what happened? Now, the result. Is the result in the present or in the past?
The present.
It's
In the present. So when you have the result in the present, you say would and the verb, or would have and the verb in the past participle?
Would more better.
Would and the verb. So an affirmative or in negative?
Negative.
In negative. So say I wouldn't be.
Really mad.
Really much better.
Super simple. Okay. Another example, or we begin with a new lesson? Another?
Please another example.
Another example. Okay, Amanda, let me copy this here. Look at this. I didn't, look at this. I didn't kill my mother. I didn't kill my mother. Okay. I am not supposed to be in jail. I am not supposed to be in jail. I didn't kill my mother, so I am not supposed to be in jail. Which one is the situation? The situation? I didn't kill my mother. And the result, I am not supposed to be in jail. Jail is in la cárcel, in jail. So now, the if, the situation is in the present or in the past?
The
In the
past.
past.
In the past. When I write the sentence in the if clause, you use the present or past perfect?
That's perfect.
Past perfect. Now, past perfect in affirmative or in negative?
Positive.
Positive.
Affirmative or positive. What is the answer? I didn't kill my mother. What is the answer? If I had
Killed
my mother, comma, if I had killed my mother. Now, the result, it is in the present or in the past?
in the past.
In the past. Look at this. I am not. I am.
Past perfect.
No, it's in the present. It's in the present. Look at this.
In the present, in the past era la continuación. Eso es lo que quise.
Ajá, it is in the present. El resultado está en el presente. ¿Qué pasaba cuando mi resultado está en presente? ¿Pongo el would normal o el would have in past participle?
Good have. Good normal. O sea,
Normalito. Entonces pongo I, ahora el would. Would or wouldn't?
Wouldn't.
Wouldn't, pero si digo I am not, esta oración está en negativo. Cuando lo paso tengo que ponerlo en
Positive.
positive. So digo I would or wouldn't? I would. I would be supposed
To be.
in jail. Dice, si yo hubiese matado a mi madre, se supondría que estuviera en la cárcel, pero no la maté. ¿Ok? ¿Se dieron cuenta? ¿Se entendió? Antes de iniciar con la siguiente lección del wish, es
Yeah.
necesario que dominemos esto. Any questions? Preguntas? You can ask me, okay? I can repeat. If you want, I can repeat. Another example, or we begin.
It's clear, teacher.
It's clear. Okay,
I got
guys. Okay, you get it, you get it. So guys, today we have an important lesson because we learn new words. You will know how, maybe you want to study copywriting. Do you know about that career? Copywriting is like pretty famous nowadays. And most of my students are learning these words. Let me share the screen. Conditionals. I told you yesterday that you like it's not vital important for you to remember like first, second, third conditional. If you remember the back shift that I explained before, you can continue learning. Okay, let's go here. You know the conditionals, etc., etc., etc. Super simple. Now focus on this part. Focus on this part. And where's the example here? Okay. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Imagine you are my best friend. You are my best friend. Look at this. Imagine you are my best friend. And we go to a school every day. Look at the situation. You are my best friend and we go to school every day. And we always buy fruit. We always buy fruit, okay? At the market, at the local market, okay? We always, I mean, from Monday to Friday. When I say always, I mean, from Monday to Friday, we always. Now, focus this. You got the situation, right? Yes? So now look at what is the difference between this? When I go to school, when we go to school, we buy fruit, or if we go to school, we buy fruit. What is the correct answer? When we go to school or if we go to school? What is the answer? When we go to school, we buy fruit, or if we go to school, we buy fruit. According to or based on the situation. Imagine you're in we school with every day. Which one is the correct?
The first?
The first one. Okay. Why? Why, Jamie? Why?
Because in the second sentence, if I use if, I need to use other
more days or less days.
I don't get it.
I mean, because you choose when. Because why do you choose when?
Because it's the time, no? From Monday to Friday.
From Monday to Friday. If you use if, it means that it is less frequent.
Less frequent. Oh.
Yes, if you use if, it means that it's less frequent. But if not, you have to use when. Okay? You see? For example, You say, if you explain grammar, we could understand. Si tú explicas gramática, si tú explicas gramática, aprenderíamos más. Porque yo no les explico, nunca les explico gramática. A las 500, las raras veces, well, if you explain grammar, we understand. Si tú explicas grammar, entenderemos. Pero si cuando tú explicas, significa que es más frecuente. You notice the difference, right? So now focus on this. I have an example here. Look at this. The word if implies that a situation happened less frequently. The situation happened, so it means that it's less frequent. And the word when implies it's more frequently. If I had a day off from work, I usually go to the park. It implies that having a day off from work is not frequent. But when I go to my favorite restaurant, the waitress greet by my name. You see? The question is, what is the correct answer? Imagine, and I live alone. Look at the situation. I live alone, and I from Monday to Friday, I go to restaurants to buy my menu, of course. If I say, what is the correct answer? When I go to this restaurant, the food is very salty, or if I go to this restaurant, the food is salty. Which one is correct? It depends. It depends on the situation. If you want to say that this is like very frequent, you use when. If not, you use if. Did you understand? I hope so. Well, that is the difference. Now, first conditional, etc., etc. You know the first conditional. And now let's practice this one. Unless. Unless means if not. Unless is this word one of the most complicated words for my students. I don't know why. Okay. If not, look at this. Unless the weather is nice, we won't go for a walk. Unless you apologize, she'll never trust you again. Guys, remember that we always use unless in the first conditional. Okay? In the first conditional, you know, the present and the future. Focus on this. Focus on this. Look at this. In Spanish, we say something like, look at this. This is the fact. Look at this. You won't go to the party. If you don't pass the exam. Look at this. You won't go to the party if you don't pass the exam. Tú no irás a la fiesta si tú no pasas el examen. Okay? You got this part? Now, look at this. If you want to use unless, you have to do this. Para poder usar el unless, haces lo siguiente. Primero, drop if. Okay, drop if. Then what do you have to do? Change the time, or change the structure. Change the structure. You don't pass the exam. What is the opposite? You pass the exam, right? So look at this example. You won't go to the party unless you pass the exam. Did you understand? You won't go to the party if you don't pass the exam is the same. It's similar to you won't go to the party unless you pass the exam. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Dice, tú no irás a la fiesta a menos que pases el examen, o no irás a la fiesta si tú no pasas el examen. Did you understand this part? You got it? What about in the past? Because when you talk to native speakers, you do this. Remember this rule, unless drop if and change the structure. Now, look at this. I didn't pass the exam. I didn't pass the exam. And my mom My mom was sad. My mom was sad. Okay, first, conditionals, conditional. Before you use if, before you use conditionals, okay? Look at this. If, what is the situation? What is the situation? If what? The situation is in the present, is in the past. The situation is in the past. When you write the if clause, you have to write in the what? In the present, in the past, or in the past perfect? What do you think? In the, any ideas? No, repeat. In the past perfect. Okay, in affirmative or in negative? In affirmative. So you say, if I had passed the exam. Now, again, the result. Is the result in the present or in the past? It's in the past. When you have the result in the past, you use would and the verb, or would have and the verb? In the past. You say, I wouldn't. Carlos, why wouldn't? Because the sentence is in affirmative. So you say, I wouldn't, or my mom, sorry, my mom wouldn't have been sad, right? You get it? Digo lo siguiente, bueno, si yo hubiese pasado el examen, mi madre no habría estado triste. ¿Se entendió esta parte, cierto? Ahora utilicemos el inglés. ¿Qué era el inglés? ¿Qué dije que primero que se hace? Drop if, ¿cierto? Yes, drop if. Luego de dropear el if, ¿qué hago? Escribo el unless. Ahora, ¿qué hago? Este I had passed. ¿Lo pongo en qué? ¿Se acuerdan? Miren el ejercicio anterior. Look at this. Si vengo de I don't pass, you don't pass, lo pongo a you pass. ¿Cómo sería aquí? I had passed. ¿Cuál sería el opuesto?
Plus.
Pass? I hadn't passed.
I hadn't.
Passed the exam. Y copio igualito. My mom wouldn't have been sad. Ahora tú lo lees, ¿no? Mira, lo lees en español. Si quieres, dice, a menos que yo no hubiese pasado el examen, mi mamá no habría estado triste. Como que para nosotros es medio raro, ¿cierto? ¿Cierto o no?
Sí.
Es bastante raro. Entonces, acuérdate lo siguiente. Vas a hacer esto. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué es bastante raro para nosotros? Porque nosotros en español estamos acostumbrados a decir primero el resultado. Mira, voy a copiar este resultado acá. Lo voy a pegar aquí. No estoy haciendo nada, no estoy cambiando nada, solamente estoy cambiando el orden. Luego pongo este inglés y luego pongo este I hadn't. Y también, ¿por qué nos parece raro? Porque voy a hacer lo siguiente. Mire, he cambiado el orden. Ahora, cuando tú veas que tienes que usar el inglés, lo natural para tu cerebro de español, es que después del inglés exista una oración en afirmativo. Es lo natural para tu cerebro. Entonces, tú vas a poner had aquí, mira, had. Y aquí le vas a poner, aquí también lo cambias. En vez de wouldn't, va a ser would. Y ahora lo traduces. Mi mamá habría estado triste a menos que yo hubiese pasado el examen. ¿Se entiende? Mi mamá habría estado triste a menos que, o si yo no hubiese pasado el examen. Recuerda que este inglés es un if not. ¿Se entiende o no se entiende? Unless. Unless. Dice, mi mamá habría estado triste a menos que yo hubiese pasado el examen. ¿Por qué hubiese, Carlos? ¿Por qué? Porque tengo que hacer lo mismo. If I hadn't passed. Si yo no hubiese aprobado el examen. ¿Te diste cuenta o no? Did you understand? En primera impresión es un poco difícil de entender. Por eso les dije, tienen que entender lo anterior. Another example. Another example. Look at this. You don't improve. Mira, you don't improve your English. You don't improve your English if you, oh, sorry, I'm going to give you the fact. Well, you don't improve your English if you don't practice. Look at this. You don't improve your English if you don't practice. Es para nosotros natural, ¿no? Tú no mejoras tu inglés si tú no practicas. Right? Now, borrow leaf. ¿Qué pongo? El unless. Unless. Ahora, este you don't practice, ¿cómo sería? You practice, right? Yes. Entonces digo, tú no mejoras tu inglés a menos que practiques. ¿Se entiende?
Yeah.
Más o menos.
Sí.
¿Otro?
Yes, pues.
Yes.
Sí, otro, definitivamente.
Otro ejemplito. Another example. Okay. If you don't eat healthy food, you will get weight or you will gain. Dice, si tú no comes comida saludable, ¿qué pasa? Ganarás peso. Tú ganarás peso. Ahora, ¿qué dijo que hago para usar el if? ¿Qué hago? El drop el if. ¿Qué le pongo el unless. Unless. Ahora, este you don't eat healthy food. ¿Cuál sería el opuesto? You
eat healthy food.
You eat healthy food. Y lo demás lo copio. You will gain weight. Dice, a menos que comas comida saludable, ganarás peso. A menos que, profe, no entiendo. Ah, ya, bórralo aquí. Ahora sí. Dice, tú ganarás peso a menos que comas comida saludable. ¿Te das cuenta? A menos que comas comida saludable. ¿Se entendió el uso del inglés?
Yeah.
Yes. Carlos, ¿el inglés se usa en la vida diaria? Déjame decirte que sí. Siempre se usa el inglés. Pero te das cuenta que en el pasado es un poco más difícil de entender, ¿cierto? Mi madre habría estado triste. Mira, mi madre habría estado triste a menos que yo hubiese pasado el examen. ¿Te das cuenta? Como que no se entiende. Es por eso que aquí yo les he puesto una imagen que dice que el inglés, ¿con qué la voy a usar? ¿Con las first? Con la first conditional. Nada más. Para situaciones reales. No lo puedes usar porque no se entiende. Miren. ¿O sí se entiende? No se entiende, sí o no. Pero los demás sí. ¿O no?
Sí,
Entonces,
sí, estoy de acuerdo.
por lo mismo, como que no se entiende, no lo usamos. Lo usamos para la primera condicional. Let's continue. Let's continue with more words. Inglés. So we have the first conditional and the zero conditional. Remember, guys, that you can change the order. Okay, that's great. Then in English, we have the word as long as. As long as means siempre y cuando. Or you can say providing that, siempre y cuando. Or but only if, siempre y cuando. Okay, look at this example. Look at this example. You can say something like, and you can say, you can go to the party. You can go to the party. Well, my mom usually, she used to say this. You can go to the party as long as you clean the house. Huh? As long as you clean the house. Or you can go to the party providing that you clean the house. Siempre y cuando. Or, but only if. Pero únicamente si. Nosotros creo que en español usamos el únicamente si. ¿Irás a la fiesta? Únicamente si. But only if. Siempre y cuando. Did you understand? Yeah, you got it, guys?
Get it.
But remember to use this providing that. For example, if you are a doctor, or if you are a teacher, if you are like a nutritionist, or if you have a profession, and you say, okay, you can follow this treatment providing that you consume this product. You can continue with the program, but only if, as long as, providing that you follow my advice. Did you understand? Puedes
Yeah.
continuar el programa siempre y cuando. Únicamente sí, siempre y cuando. Okay? And then we have as soon as. As soon as, to emphasize immediacy. I mean, tan pronto como. Tan pronto como. Guys, remember that we use the word as long as, the word providing that, the word but only if, the word as soon as, and the word unless in the first conditional. In the first conditional. Carlos, what is the first conditional? The present and future, and that's it. Okay? We have words like when, I explained this, as soon as, by the time, the moment, that, until. Practice time. Okay, let me call one by one. Sarah, please read sentence number 1 and tell me the answer.
I'm going to take a shower as soon as I will get home from the gym. Okay.
What is the answer?
I'm going to
Ese
shower.
tan pronto llegue, ¿es I get o I will get? Tú dices, tan
Get.
pronto yo llegue. Pero llegue, eso será futuro. Eso es lo que piensas, ¿cierto?
Sí.
Tan pronto llegue, pero ese llegue nunca va a ser un will. Ese llegue va a ser un get. Truco para todos. Todas las palabras, todas las oraciones que van después de las unas, del providing that, del but only if, del inglés, toda la vida, todo va en presente simple. Entonces, ¿cuál es la respuesta? Get. ¿Por qué, Carlos? ¿Y por qué en presente? Porque tú te acuerdas que la cláusula de la first conditional. ¿Cuál es la estructura? Do you remember? If, present simple and few and future. ¿Y yo qué les dije? Yes, y yo qué les dije? Que en estas palabras lo uso en el first conditional. Pero mira, aquí yo ya tengo el futuro o no, mira. I am going to take the shower. Mi futuro. Y acá está el as soon as que reemplaza mi if. Por lo tanto va a ser get. Did you understand? Nope. So, another example. Let's continue.
Sí. Otro ejemplo.
Okay, continue, Sarah, you. Unless, what is the answer?
Unless I
Al menos a que yo encuentro, a menos que yo encontrara mi reloj.
a menos que yo encuentre mi reloj.
Exactamente.
Encuentre
Carlos,
mi reloj.
me parece un poco complicado, la verdad. El truco es el siguiente, Sara. En la first conditional, mira, en la first conditional, ¿qué me dice la first conditional? Una de las oraciones está en futuro. Y otra de las oraciones está en presente simple, ¿cierto? Yo que te dije que después de las unas, después del inglés, después del when, después del providing that, después de las longas, después de todas estas palabras, el but only if, después de estas palabras, ¿qué le dije que va? ¿Van en presente o en futuro, en pasado? ¿Qué va? ¿En qué va?
En presente.
En presente. Entonces, si yo sé que estas oraciones se usan en first condition y acá encuentro un inglés, ¿qué te dije? Que aquí va a ir toda la vida en presente. Por lo tanto, la de aquí va a ser en ¿Por qué? Porque es una first conditional. Tengo mi presente simple, me quedo en mi futuro. Siempre. Ahora, ¿por qué? El error ocurre en que nosotros pensamos, no, a menos que yo encontrara mi reloj, iré a la fiesta o compraré uno nuevo. No, estamos hablando el español de manera incorrecta, así sea, a menos que yo encuentre. No se puede usar el futuro, ¿ok? Pero en inglés ya estoy estudiando la estructura. So, unless I find my watch, I will have to buy a new one. Jimmy, please read number 3.
If I surgery,
If the surgery
isn't successful, he has just 6 months leave.
Okay, look at this. You use the present, right? If the surgery isn't,
Ah.
but the first conditional, the future. If you have a present, the future. You see? Because this is probable. Esto es probable. Si la cirugía sale bien, sale exitosa, él tendrá solamente 6 meses de vida. Eso es probable. Number 4, Lubitsa, please read and complete.
You have a great time if you will go to bed.
Okay. But if you'll go, en alguna de los condicionales hemos visto un if con un futuro. ¿Existe algún if con futuro, Lubitsa? Do you remember?
Yes.
¿Existe? ¿Cuál es el if con futuro?
No. It's in the result.
In the result. Muy bien. Entonces, ¿qué sería? If you'll have a great time.
If you go to bed.
Again, Lubitsa. Again, number 5.
You will be disappointed if nobody comes to our parent Friday.
Yes, congratulations. Carlos, una pregunta. ¿Por qué dice si nadie viene a nuestra fiesta el viernes? ¿Y por qué no uso el we? ¿Por qué no uso el, si es futuro? Recuerda muy bien que nosotros usamos el presente simple también para el futuro, ¿ah? Don't forget. Number 6, please. Sarah, number 6, reading complete.
If you forget your wife's birthday next week, she shall be upset.
Okay, almost perfect. Okay, the answer is perfect by pronunciation. Repeat after me. I plus will, we say. How do you say I plus will, Sarah? I'll. Repeat after me. I'll. You plus will. You'll. Okay. Then we have we plus L, but plus will. Well. Okay. It plus well. It plus well. No. Almost. Ettle like this. Like ettle.
Okay.
Ettle. And she plus will. She'll. Don't confuse because we have shield, this one. Shield, I'm sorry. Shield, escudo. Shield, but the other is shield. You see? Shield. Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect. Jimmy, please, number 7.
I'll give him the documents when I see him later today.
Perfect, Jimmy. Perfect. Lubitsa, please, last but not least, number 8.
When I get married,
When I get married,
I am going to have
I'm going to have
a simple wedding.
a simple wedding. That's perfect. Real conditional, this is the summary. The summary, as soon as, unless, providing that, and real conditional, let's practice. Oh, now, this is the topic. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Today, we continue with the third part. Today, we're going to talk about wish. Wish. What is this? In English, we have this word. I don't know in Spanish. Well, I'm sorry. In Spanish, we have the word ojalá. I think. In Spanish, we say ojalá. But what about ojalá? We have the word ojalá. We say wish or if only. There are two ways of saying ojalá. I wish, if only. Okay? But now focus on this. Look at the facts. I don't have money. I don't have money. I am sad. Estoy triste. No tengo dinero. Estoy triste. Como resultado de no tener dinero, estoy triste. Con condicional, ¿cómo sería? Quickly. If what?
If I have money,
If I have, the situation is in the present. If I had money, if I had money, I wouldn't
be sad.
I wouldn't be sad. Carlos, ¿cuándo voy a utilizar esto de ponerlo el backshift? ¿Cuándo lo uso? Cuando tú quieras crear algo hipotético, ¿no? Y si tuviera dinero, no estaría triste. ¿Te das cuenta? ¿Te das cuenta que siempre, pregunta, siempre cuando quiero hacer mi backshift, ¿qué necesito tener? Una situation y un result, right? Siempre tengo mi situación y tengo mi resultado. Pero cuando tú dices, oye, ojalá, tú solamente necesitas la situación, ¿ok? No necesitas el resultado. Dices, oye, ojalá tuviese dinero. Entonces, mi fact es que I don't have money. ¿Cómo sería con el wish? I wish I had money. That's all. No tengo dinero, ojalá tuviese dinero. No se puede decir, no sé, pero en español, bueno, yo suelo decir, no, hablo mal español, digo, ojalá tenga dinero. I wish I have money. Yo en español digo, I wish I have money, lo cual es incorrecto, porque tendría que usar el subjuntivo, que sería I had. I wish I had. No puedo decir I wish I have. ¿Ok? Hay una canción like, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Ojalá yo supiese. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. No es ojalá yo sepa. No puedo decir I wish I know. Incorrect. Let me write this. Incorrect. You have to use backshift. ¿Se dan cuenta que el backshift nos ayuda mucho? Carlos, and what about if only? Yes, if only you can say, if only I knew. If only I knew. Did you understand? Yes?
Yeah.
Did you understand? Okay, cool. Let's continue. So you have wish plus the past simple when the situation is in the present, you know this. And the second conditional is in the past. Carlos, but what about the past? Look at this. Oye, no pasé mi examen. I didn't pass the exam. ¿Cómo sería con un I wish? I wish what? I didn't pass the exam. ¿Cómo sería el backshift? ¿Te acuerdas? Si está en pasado, ¿en qué tengo que usar mi backshift? ¿En presente? No. ¿En futuro? ¿In?
I wish I had passed the exam.
Yes, I wish I had passed the exam. Ojalá hubiese aprobado el examen. And what if only, Jimmy, what if only, what do you do? If
only I had
passed the exam. Yes. But what is the difference between if only and I wish? The difference between these two words is the fact that you can say this. She wishes I had passed the exam. But you can't do that. Here you can't do that. Con el if only no puedo decir que otra persona desea bueno para mí. Por ejemplo, con el wish digo, ella desea que yo hubiese aprobado el examen, o ella dice, ojalá él hubiese aprobado el examen, pero con if only no se puede. ¿Ok? Aquí yo puedo poner, una persona me puede desear a mí el bien. con el wish, pero no me puede desear el bien con el if only. Solamente yo. Yo nomás me puedo desear el bien. Did you understand? Now, let's continue. Look at this. I had a lot of money. Okay, super simple. This is the question that you asked me. What is the difference between if I was rich or if I were rich? Technically, the correct answer is were in both cases. Even though the subject is in singular, we use where when we talk about hypothetical situation. A todo le voy a poner where cuando haga el backshift, a todo. Let's continue with the practice. Okay, sorry. Yes. Complete the sentence with the correct form. Pay careful attention to which part of the sentence is the condition and which part of that result. When possible, abbreviate would to d. Okay, let's start with Zara. Please read number 1.
If you
If you
eat,
second conditional, do you remember? If you ate, you'd have. ¿Te das cuenta que luego de aprender backshift, ya, Carlos, ¿qué es la segunda condicional? Ya te olvidas, ¿sí o no? Porque en la vida real, tú no vas a pensar, tú tienes que utilizarlas. Did you understand? ¿Se entendió? No tienes que, ¿por qué? ¿Cuál es la primera? ¿Cuál es la segunda? No, 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 no. Tú acuérdate nomás del backshift. Y aprendimos el wish, cuando me arrepiento, third conditional, the second but third. Y lo último, ya para terminar la lección del día de hoy, es el siguiente. Pay attention, con esto terminamos. Yo les enseñé lo siguiente con el wish, ¿no? Focus on this. I don't have money. Y luego, I didn't pass the exam. Ya les enseñé esos dos ejemplos. ¿Cómo sería con el wish? Antes de irnos, por favor, ayúdenme. Con el wish, la primera. I wish I wish I had money. ¿Y con el otro cómo sería?
I wish I had passed the exam.
Pass the exam. Okay. Now, this is okay, but look at this part. Look at the presentation. We can change it here. You can also use would and the verb. Look at this. Look at this. I wish I could afford. I wish I would stop raining. You see? So instead of, for example, instead of saying, I wish I had money, you say, I wish I would have money. Es lo mismo. You see? Aquí sería como, I wish I would have passed the exam. Otra manera de decir lo mismo, otra manera, ¿ok? Otra manera de decir lo mismo. En lo personal, es bien raro que un nativo utilice aquí el I wish I would have passed the exam. No, el nativo solamente lo va a usar aquí, porque no existe en esta de aquí. Did you understand? Solamente en la segunda, en esta. Cuando es pasado, cuando es presente, perdón. Para situaciones del presente, no para las situaciones del pasado. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And well, for tomorrow's lesson, it would be great if you send ideas. Para la lección de mañana, he pensado en personalizar la clase. Por ejemplo, si tú vendes pollo a la brasa, mañana vamos a hacer todos los elementos de pollo a la brasa para que puedas aplicarlo en la vida. Si vendes, no sé, libros, todo lo que tenga editors, authors, vocabulario que tiene que ver con lo que tú te relacionas. ¿Ok? Another question before we leave. Entonces, por el chat del grupo me mandan sus ideas. ¿Ok? And we're going to stop here. It was a pleasure for me to be here with you today. and let's leave the class. Bye-bye. Take care. See you tomorrow.
You take care. See you.
See you.
Bye-bye,
Don't forget to
teacher.
send the
Take care.
topic. Don't forget to send the topic, please. Great. Stop sharing.